FM. Make you catch us if you fit.
Stay here with you. You are a rainbow, so I am a lucky one. I am a lucky one. You are my favorite song. I am a lucky one. I am a lucky one. I am a lucky one. Seasons change, but you're the same. Your love is constant. You've never lost it. Your voice is calling out my name. It makes me miss you, even when I'm with you. Oh, nobody wants to go it alone, and I just wanna stay here with you. So I am a lucky one. I am a lucky one. You are my favorite song. I am a lucky one. I am a lucky one. I am a lucky one. I am a lucky
A speedy welcome to the show for everyone. This is SPEEDy Talk on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM, and I'm your host on the show this afternoon. My name is Marysyntia Hangeior, and I'm here with
Felicity Girgir.
Wandoo Tortya.
And SPEEDy Talk is a program for the youth where we talk about things that concern and affect the youth. And I hope you had a wonderful time earlier on Speedy Munch with Oyiman. And your day is going smoothly so far, whatever you're doing, wherever you are. And today on SPEEDy Talk, we are talking about something interesting. As usual, we will be focusing on youth lifestyle and suspicion. Now, why are some young people profiled or even suspected based on how they appear, maybe even how they dress or what they possess? Now, there is something many young people have complained about for years. Sometimes it feels as though young people are looking who looks successful can actually attract attention than what you never act for. A young person buys a motorcycle, maybe even after years of saving and even sacrifice. Instead of congratulations, maybe people even begin looking and then asking questions. Some buy maybe a good phone with good money and through hard work, businesses, freelancing, maybe even content creation, photography, whatever their business could be. And yet, before anyone actually asks what they does, the first suspicion is, how is this person getting this money? This person is no even questions as to how this person is getting this money. The next thing is, okay, it's fraud. Some young people say they are uncomfortable, carrying certain gadgets in public because of the kind of attention or the kind of profiling it actually gets. The interesting thing is the world has actually changed, because many years ago people understood only few ways of making money, right? But these days, that is not actually the thing. Young people are making a living through different things, which we'll be talking about as the show goes on. But then they are still getting profiled, they are still getting suspected, they are still getting picked over things like this, still raising suspicion. Now, the reality that is that young people today are earning money in ways that did not exist, let's say even years ago. Now, this is not to say that everyone should just be free of suspicion, no matter what they do, because they are always going to be like bad people. They are always going to people that the suspicion is going to be right, on them. There are always going to be some persons like that. Nobody is saying that maybe investigations or, maybe security that are often investigate some of these people should not actually happen. But every society wants safety and security. But the concern many young people raise is that sometimes appearance, possession, even age or lifestyle seem to become enough reason for suspicion before anyone even asks questions. So let us talk about that today, because it is a problem, and then we have to talk about it, because we ourselves, we have to look for the solution ourselves when issues like this actually arise. Why is appearance, like a criteria? Why is this something that young persons are actually profiled or suspected? Why are young people profiled or suspected based on how they appear or what they possess? Just because of what they have, just because of how they are dressing, then they become a Yahoo boy. Not to then this person becomes, this person is into fraud, or this person is definitely a thief, he's definitely a this and that. So that is what we are going to be talking about today. Why is that the case? As a young person, have you ever experienced that out there? Maybe you were caught wrongfully and then investigated, and then maybe even threatened. You had to go through maybe some kind of thing simply because you were suspected to be into some kind of fraud or something illegal, simply because if you own a bike. That is, now it's even surprising how something as simple as owning a bike. I've heard people talk about anyone who has a rubber, that person is a Yahoo boy. It's a this, it's a that. So let us talk about that today, because it's a reality so many young persons say. And like I said, I'm not the only person here in the studio today. I'm here with Felicity and Wandoo. So let us all talk about this. And you also can call in and be part of this conversation. And the number for you to call is 0808 427 5464.
It's 0808 427 5464.
Call in and be part of the show. Have you ever experienced, any of the things that we actually spoke about? And why are so many young people even profiled or suspected based on how they appear, or even the things that they actually possess? You can call in and then share with us if you've had that experience, or you even have something to say. And just like we said, Felicity and Wandoo, this whole something is not something that you say is new to you, right?
Yes.
I mean, it's not something you say that it's new to you, but I see a lot of people are already itching to actually. But so if you guys will permit me, we'll go on first and hear this person, because I really want to hear too. Hello.
Yeah, good afternoon, Marysyntia.
Yes, good afternoon, Mr. Dennis Yarib.
Yeah, good afternoon. I want to say something that might prove either wrong, but it's my personal opinion, though. I know one of the things that this generation is facing. There are young people who are making genuine money even through some remote outsourcing, but the lifestyle of such young people is not the same with people who are into crime. What they say, easy come, easy goes. Because you can't see anybody who is any money, no matter how much genuinely, going to the party to the club to be throwing the money around. And so sometimes the lifestyle that people live when they get into crime is easier for people to identify them. And they're not living in a cloud, they're living within people. So they are doing something they know when they are not doing something they know. So their lifestyle is what actually, exposes them, and it makes people easier to understand that these guys are into crime. But it's not all of them that are into crime, because with the internet now, people are earning money through so many sources that are very, very legitimate. So yes, but that stigma is there. And with the current generation, and that's the one that is passing by, the knowledge gap is so wide. So sometimes even parents are surprised that their children to just get better so they can earn so much money. I have a brother who is an IT person, whose salary a month, he works in Lagos, his salary a month is over 4 million naira. The father was, how can this boy be? How can they pay his son so much money like that? But the world today is a world of information and technology. So some people are earning money genuinely, but the ones who are not earning genuinely, you see them and you know them because of the lifestyle they are living. Because I've known some young boys who are earning money genuinely. They are thinking of building houses. They are thinking of sustaining them tomorrow, even if these opportunities are no longer there.
Okay.
But those ones that are into, fast lane, you see them trying to do things without you even being told, that this guy is not really legit.
Okay.
You understand?
All right.
So that's what is happening.
Okay. All right.
And that's also my personal opinion, though.
Yes, we get that. Thank you so much for calling in to share your personal opinion with us. This is Speedy Talk on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM, and we are talking about youth lifestyle and suspicion. Why are we easily profiled? So I see a lot of people that are itching to call, but let's go on, and even talk about, we all heard what Mr. Dennis Yari said, right? So what do you guys think about what he said, and even your own personal opinion? Because, with the way people are, so it seems like a lot of persons actually notice this because they're so itching to call. But then, what do you think?
Yes, I think that it also has to do with lifestyle. I also think it has to do with lifestyle because, like he said, if somebody is earning genuine money, the lifestyle will be quite different from somebody who is earning illegally. Because, and he also mentioned something about partying and throwing that money around. People who are earning people who are frauds, the way they spend their money is different from people who are earning genuinely. Frauds throw their money around. I'm saying because I've kind of seen somebody who is like that. So I'm also saying it like I've seen it myself.
But isn't there a possibility that someone who is actually earning genuinely is still someone who spends a lot? Because that could also happen, right? Or is it like that one cannot happen at all? It's not possible.
Well, it's possible, but I'm saying from what I have seen, but I'm not saying it's not possible. It's possible, but most times, that's what I'm saying. Most times, it actually differs. Most of the times, but it's possible that someone who is earning genuinely also lives that kind of lifestyle. Okay,
so what about why it actually happens? Because that's just one of it, and you are saying that you support his idea of the kind of lifestyle that they are living, their lifestyle is drawing their attention. But could that just be it? It's all our fault, it's their fault for being profiled.
I would say that mentality also has a lot to do with it because a lot of people actually, they don't judge someone or say something based on facts. They just assume that this is because over time when when people come out, when somebody is caught, a fraudster is caught, there is a certain way, he was like this is what he was wearing, this is what he had in his possession. So I feel like over time people have concluded in their heads that anyone who is like this is into
maybe people who dresses like this,
or
those
people who dress like this are into
and
that.
And I feel like even on that job part, Wandoo, are you following with us? You feel I feel like even on this job part, if you notice that, I feel like the world has changed, and the way that normal jobs, you definitely have to go somewhere, just like even Mr. Dennis mentioned, you definitely have to go somewhere, wear your suit, wear your tie, and then go out there. People are working even from the comfort of their own homes.
Yes.
But it's more like anybody that goes to rent an apartment and then is there alone. What
and
are you
always
doing?
Indoors, but actually has the money. Everybody's like, well, how is he getting his money? There's no way you not tell me that
this one is not Yahoo.
This one is not Yahoo.
Okay.
But there are a lot of jobs that people do from the comfort of their all these remote jobs. Like he also mentioned that I love how he literally picked on everything. He also mentioned about remote jobs. There are a lot of remote jobs that people are doing from the comfort of their homes that's actually earning them real legal and genuine money. But these days everyone is like, you have to go out, you have to dress this kind of way. We are not seeing you going out, so where are you getting the money from? So I also feel like that's part of it.
Okay, so Wandoo, do you have in I feel like you've been itching to talk as well, just not getting the time, the chance to actually say something, where you have seen maybe something like this, or you've observed that this is why maybe things like this actually happen to young people a lot?
Oh yes, just imagine a youth, a young person, a young guy that is not employed, his job hunting, then all of a sudden he now have wealth, he now have money, enough money to lavish, go to parties and club and do all that. So you begin to wonder where is the person getting this money from? Because from the onset, someone that work like someone that work legitly, the person won't spend lavishly like that.
Okay.
You have to be calculative. Like I
Yes.
worked for this money, and it's not easy. It's not coming easy. So
Okay.
how will I be lavishing it on things that doesn't matter?
So you're also of the opinion that it's like the kind of lifestyle, like
yeah,
the spending.
most times,
The
most
spending.
times, yes.
Okay, now let's hear someone else's opinion. You also can call in and be part of this conversation. And number for you to call is 0808 427 5464. Hello. Hello.
Yes, hello, good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Okay, my name is SB Luga, otherwise known as SBL.
Okay, and where have you
Yes.
called us from?
I'm calling you from Api, Makodi.
All right, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much. I first of all wish to appreciate your team so much for bringing up this topic.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. It is a topic that has been bothering my mind. You know, in my line of work, I have seen a lot of young people branded or let's say giving names that are not actually theirs, profiled. They have been profiled as Yahoo boys. Why? Because of the way they dress and the company they keep.
Okay.
Now, ordinarily, how somebody dresses or how somebody chooses to appear shouldn't be someone's business.
Okay.
But when a particular group of people have chosen a particular way of dressing or appearing, and then you are also found dressing the same way as those people, how do you expect people to regard you?
Okay.
Majority, let me say, if the EFCC arrests about 100 suspected Yahoo boys, you find 60 of them dressed the same way.
Okay.
The only 40 would dress normally. But the 60, I assure you, must have a particular pattern of dressing, a particular way of hairstyle and all that. You know, this generation is quite funny. I'm not insulting them, people who belong to this generation, but they are not careful when in things that they do.
Okay.
There is a saying that the way you dress is the way you are dressed. Now, a particular form of dressing or appearance is linked to a particular group of people. Like there are a group of people known as Rasta men, you know, Rastafarians. They have dreadlocks. They worship and smoke marijuana. This thing they call Igbo or Indian hemp and all that.
You can just go on. We understand what you're talking about.
Very good. Now, if you dress like that or you choose to appear like that, how do you expect the society to view you? So
Okay.
it also boils down to these people those young people who dress this way, for them to be cautious the way they appear in public or how they go about carrying themselves around or the company that they keep. That's just my opinion. I'm only advising them to be wary of the way they appear in public.
All
Sometimes
right.
they may be innocent, but because of the way they have chosen to appear, one may simply conclude that yes, they are this kind of person or that kind of person. That's my opinion.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much for calling in to be part of the show.
This is the Speedy Talk on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM, and I'm your host on the show this afternoon. My name is Felicity Girgir, and I'm here with
Marysyntia Hangeior.
Tortya Wandoo.
And today on Speedy Talk, we're talking about youth lifestyle and suspicion. You know how one issue that comes up often today is how quickly people judge young people based on how they look, how they dress, what they even own. A young man is wearing a jeans with polo and has a fashionable haircut, or even carries an expensive phone, or is riding
iPhone.
a bike, or is riding a bike, works from home, even has a car sometimes, or even has his own house, and some people immediately become suspicious. Where is he getting the money from to live this lifestyle and all of that? And then sometimes it's even happening to women. A woman is dressing nicely and is looking a certain way, looking good and comfortable, and then people are quick to judge, quick to label her as okay, maybe this
She's
is what she's
moving
doing.
around.
She's moving around. So why is that so? Our question today is why is that so? And if you have also experienced this, if somebody has suspected you or accused you of your earning and all of that, call in and share that with us today on Speedy Talk. Number for you to call is 0808 427 5464.
That's 0808 427 5464.
So Mary, I've been hearing from us about why we think that people judge people based on their appearance and all of that. What about you? What do you think?
I think actually I want to comment on something that you said. You said sometimes, you know, maybe they are just driving. Many people actually, okay, you said that about maybe their lifestyle, and then even what is drawing maybe the spending habits, habits that people have been mentioning, you know. And our caller also spoke about maybe dressing. That was Luga, maybe dressing with a certain pattern, with a way that maybe people who have been identified, oh, these ones are Yahoo people, these ones are the ones that are doing this kind of things, you know. They are dressing the same way, which is why it's easy for people like that to be identified. But I also feel like dressing, just like he started by saying, it shouldn't be like anybody's business in the first place. But then dressing shouldn't be like the criteria that it's used to like judge some. I feel, to be honest, I feel like people are still using that old mentality of anybody that has, where did he get money to buy a bike? These days, as money is so difficult to find now, I feel like it's still easy. Like people's eyes have been open to different ways of actually making that money, of actually getting something for themselves. So it doesn't have to be, oh, we are not seeing you going out. If he's 30 and he's still at home, if he's above 30, you say, oh, he's at home. Now he rented a house, he's working from home. Oh, he's not going out. What is he doing? It's definitely a Yahoo boy. So me, I feel like the major problem, you know, people have been saying, okay, the lifestyle, and but I feel like the orientation on how we actually has to be maybe given on how to maybe go about investigation, you know, identifying people. You can't just say, oh, I've seen this person, he has this lifestyle, or he has a bike, that's all, he's a Yahoo boy. Because these days, anybody that owns rubber is Yahoo boy. You can't just say that this person dresses
and
like
sometimes most of those people, they buy that with their hard-earned money, and the money that sometimes they have been saving for a while to buy that particular
Or what
thing.
do you think, Wandoo?
Well, some people is their behavior. Like if you see these Yahoo boys, they are secretive. Like they don't want people to know their whereabouts, where they stay.
And they have a certain way of behaving.
yes.
Around each other.
We are going to talk about that definitely. Hello.
Yeah, hello, Marysyntia. Dennis calling back.
All right, welcome back to the show.
Just to, you see, we are all learning, and you know, in economics, there's what they say, you need to like take a statistical data. Before you will now be able to say this is what it is, it has to be, you know, a pattern.
Yes.
If you have 10 people with this rubber, and maybe like 7 are into crime, then I'm not justifying the stereotype or neither, you know, profiling. You understand? And then, you know, these people, their kind of lifestyle don't give them out. In Makurdi here now, there are a house near my house. They just built an estate. A 2-bedroom is going for 2 million.
Okay.
How many months do you have in a year? And these young boys will just walk in, and small boys will just be. I'm not saying that a small boy cannot have money. You understand? But I still know some small boys who have the money. They are already thinking of how to buy property, even if it's in the bush where it's not yet developed.
Okay.
You understand?
Okay.
So for people whose lifestyle, you know, showing to the extent that easy come, easy goes, you know, you will know definitely that these guys are up to something that is not good. And if they are in the majority, unfortunately, the society will just charm everybody like that. It's not to say that the genuine people are not there. They are. They might even be in the majority, but I can say you cannot even see their lifestyle is not the same with these people. That's what I'm just saying.
All right, thank you so much.
I might be wrong, I might be correct, but that's the way I look at it.
All right, thank you so much for calling back once again to be part of the show. It's Speedy Talk on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM. We are talking about youth lifestyle and suspicion. You know how young persons get profiled and even suspected, just over how they are dressing, things that they possess, the kind of thing that they are putting on. And now let's talk about how it actually affects. And one effect is actually standing, one strong effect, And Felicity, what would you say that one strong effect is? Let me hear from you first, because let me know if we are thinking the same thing.
I would say one strong effect is about how the wrong people are usually accused. So is that the same?
That's what I was thinking.
Okay,
Wandoo, are you thinking the same thing?
Yes,
because
exactly.
how the wrong people are thinking. But before we go into that, let's take one more call. Hello.
Hello.
Yes. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yeah. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
I'm Creed and I'm calling from New Country Layout.
All right. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Let us hear what you have to say.
It's just about the topic of the day. It's the focus on how youth earn their income and the lifestyle of the lifestyle of paparazzi or what. Mostly for youth of this generation, talking of the people that they gave birth to them from 2000 up to date. That they are growing up, they have this vast knowledge, and most the way the enlightenment they get based on the curriculum and all the schools they pass through. So the understanding of life to them is somehow
okay
than those that were around from.
Maybe before 2000, like you mentioned.
Yes, before 2000.
Okay.
That time, their own growing up, maybe you see the most popular associated talk to those youth of then was the cultist, and later on another youth came in with the setup between that 2000 to 2004, which they were gambling and all of that. If you have money, you did that from gambling and all of that. But this you now, if you work and you have money, or maybe somebody give you a huge amount of money, you have to trade it to make income like that. The next thing they say you are a scammer or
fraud. You're into fraud.
Fraudster, yes. So that is some of them, as you see them, even the lavish life, it's not because of anything. Their parents used to support them in the way, and some of them do also want to seek money from their siblings to do those things, and it will just be as if it's a flashy lifestyle that they end it on their own. But no, it's just family support to most of the
So
youth.
Queen, what do you think? What do you think we can actually do, going forward? What's the way out of this? Because a lot of innocent persons keep getting caught up in the whole situation. What do you think we can do?
The way out is mostly the industrial scheme that government have put in place. For most of our youth, they sell is only if you want to go into farming agriculture, it's only by when you pick a hoe and you cutlass. No.
Okay.
From agricultural aspect, you can even find a modern way of ranching, at least starting from 2 goats.
Okay.
Or cattle, or one. You can start with even chickens, like poultry farm and fish pond farm, all of that.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much for sharing all that with us. It's Speedy Talk on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM. We are talking about youth lifestyle and suspicion. What can we do? The profiling is there. The suspicion is there. Wrong people getting caught. What can we actually do? And we talked about how it actually affects them, right? Wandoo.
Yes.
We said the wrong people keep getting caught. And that is the problem, right? We cannot say, okay, because the people that are getting caught, it's not everybody, then it's not a problem. It is a problem. So what can we actually do?
First of all, I would say that even we as the youth, because this is about youth, right? We could see that, okay, this particular people who dress like this are seen in this particular way. Okay, let's say we have been talking about appearance a lot. So we can decide to say that, okay, if these people that are usually dressed like this are seen or perceived by society as people who are into this particular thing, then let me differentiate myself. Let me move away from that. Okay, even if let me not dress like that, or let me not be like that. I feel like it also has, and even being in a wrong setting, because I feel like even the kind of friends that you keep, if you are with those kinds of people, you will easily be. I feel like we were talking about this thing one time about how the friend group that you are in, if you are seen as the same person just because of the kind of friend group that you are in. So you should just know and be at the right place at the right time, because if you're if you're in a particular place that everybody that is there, or most people that are there, are certain people who are fraudsters or into a particular profession, then I feel like you are also going to be judged as someone who does that.
Okay, Wandoo, what are you thinking?
Well, for me, I think you should be transparent about your income. Let people know what you are doing for a living, because some of these people that indulge themselves in this art, they don't like people knowing what they do. They just, if they ask them, we just tell them that it's online work. They are not specific. So we should be transparent on what we do and try to differentiate ourselves, the way we dress, the way we look from others.
And you know something else I'm actually thinking, because if you say about maybe dressing a particular way that they will not identify you, you see this one about having this rubber bike. I've heard it so many, I cannot count how many times I've actually heard that. Because if you say that, okay, people shouldn't dress this particular way so that they don't identify you with the people who are into fraud, or people who have been grouped, maybe they have been stereotyped, let's use it like that, as this particular way. Would you say that, okay, people should stop owning this bike? So because if you own the bike, like, I have money to buy the bike, why do I not own the bike? So to address that, I would say that maybe even like a wake-up call for those in charge, just like our last caller that was screened. He said the people who have been put in place, some of these agencies that have been put in place by government to actually see to things like this, carry out some of these investigations and things like that. They have to be like a new orientation of new grounds that are set, to actually go ahead with just accusing. And you know how it is when they say investigation in Nigeria, you know that investigation hand might meet you in that investigation. So before you have been able to be proven, not guilty, that maybe by then you've already lost. You have received, different things we cannot actually mention.
Yes.
So the grounds, set to actually go ahead with some of these investigations, and identification. You want to say something?
Yes, I also want to add about this bike that you have been talking about. I also feel like having proper documents.
Exactly.
Okay, you bought this bike. You have this bike. Okay, what are the documents that show that you actually bought it? What is your source of income? Is it stated and all of that? I feel like having the proper documents is also legal, and everything is very
having
important.
Things, because if they want to attack you this side, at least you have it. Okay, I've showed you. This is the bag. This is how I own it. This is what I do.
Yes.
What are you going to do next? So basically, we are saying the youths themselves, being at the right place at the right time, having your own, being your own backup, because it's not every time you have people to actually shout justice for this person. Like sometimes your own will just start and then go like that. And even on authorities, like proper grounds, changing that mentality, that narrative to actually set, to actually maybe be moving people away from it. You know how it means, like the whole narrative, it has to change. The mentality has to change. Yes, people are making money without going to the office these days. So if they have the money, it's probably theirs. So that is it on Speedy Talk today. I hope you've enjoyed your time here with us so far. On the show, we have been talking about youth lifestyle and suspicion, and I have been your host on the show. My name is Marysyntia Hangeior. I'm here with
Felicity Girgir
and Tortya Wandoo.
And also coming up next at 3:55 p.m. if today is your birthday, then Speedy Kids are going to be wishing you a happy birthday. Also up next at 4 p.m. the Speed Lane comes on right here on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM. And until then, keep enjoying music of your life.
Hello, my cutie. Asking Radio is here. Tell everyone you